Hey guys, welcome back to this video. In this video, we are going to talk about AWS Direct Connect. Now, in this Direct Connect, we are going to understand how it's different from VPN and how it's different from public internet as well. So let's get on with this video. So now we have these three items which we are comparing from the last video. We understood what is VPN. Now we're going to understand what is Direct Connect and then how it's different from VPN and how it's different from public internet. Let's first understand how it's different from public internet because this is an intranet. Okay, so when you're accessing it from company and you want to restrict your VPCV to be accessed from internet, then the only way of accessing it from is basically through intranet. So intranet has one more item over here called Direct Connect. Now, Direct Connect provides a dedicated private network connection between your on-premise data center or office where you work from and AWS. Okay, unlike VPN, Direct Connect does not traverse through public internet. Okay, so VPN requires, as I said you on the previous video, VPN requires internet for you to connect to the VPN services or endpoints, right? But in terms of a direct connect, does not work with public internet, offering a high performance, low latency, and more reliable connection. Okay, so that's the main sell point of direct connect. As the word direct connect means, it's going to directly connect to your on-premises data center. So as you can see, dedicated network coming from AWS to your data center and then goes back to AWS again. So this means that your data center is going to be connected directly using private network and it is low latency. Okay, so something which you can understand from this picture itself. So now what are the key features? Key features includes a private physical connection to AWS bypassing public internet. So Direct Connects offers low latency and more consistent performance compared to internet-based connection. It is also like you can choose from various bandwidth option, like for example 50 Mbps to 100 Gbps of a data transfer you can have between your data center and your AWS. So now what is the use case here? So which situations you can use this? You can use it for companies that frequently transfer large amount of data between on-premises to AWS. So this is majorly suggested or used for a hybrid cloud solution or hybrid cloud model. And the performance here. So the application requires a low latency, high performance network connection. So this is the best solution for that. And enterprises which uses both on-premises and cloud resources, which needs a stable connection between them. Either they are connecting database on premises which has the customer data and their application is hosted on AWS, which really requires the data to be transmitted in an encrypted format and served to the customer. So in that situation or in that process, you need a highly stable connection between them. So this is one of the methods you can create the stable connection. And this connection doesn't require internet, so which means that your data is not going to get compromised at any point of time. So that is something you should remember. All right, pretty much I've covered this in terms of the theoretical stuff, and you know the difference between a VPN and Direct Connect as well. So let's go and do the hands-on. So in terms of Direct Connect, it is coming as a separate service itself on AWS called Direct Connect. Now, when you go to Direct Connect, you can actually see that documentation. So it is to make it easy for you to establish dedicated network connection from your on-premises to AWS. So which means that your office, your data center, your co-location environment can have a direct connection with AWS, and it can be a private connection. It is a sorry it, not it can be it is a private connection between them. So you can see the features over here like reduced bandwidth cost, consistent network performance, private connection to AWS, and it is elastic as well because it can spin up to from 50 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Okay, that's the max connection, but here you can see that the connection provider 1 Gbps to 10 Gbps. So likewise, you can scale this. So as you can see over here, to create a connection, just click on create a connection. Here you say like what kind of a resilience level you need. So maximum resilience, you have high resilience, you have development and testing. So this is the lowest non-critical workload with lower resilience over here. So then give next, and then you can select the speed over here, which is from 1 Gbps to 400 Gbps over here, and the location you want it to be. So here is the location of your data centers over here. So this is your AWS site, the location which you want to connect. A connection is located. So that's the AWS site over here. So you can see that it is in this particular location, and the service provider. So the service provider helps you to give the connection to the data center, and there is additional setting as well towards some additional settings over here. And then there are this connection summary, so you can see the AT&T provider. So there are 2 connections coming in from your location, and review and create will create this. But you see this cost about 0.6 per hour, about 439 monthly usage for port usage and additional data transfer. You can click here. For data transfer, again, it is getting charged, and it is going to create 2 connections over here. This will provide the resilience against failure. So if it's going to be like a larger connection, you can actually see the maximum resilience over here will actually have a larger information. So first location, you have this, the provider. The second location is a backup location over here. And then you have another provider. So AT&T we have already selected. So let's select Verizon. So here I have like 4 connections giving over here. So $90 per hour, about 65,880 monthly, and data transfer charges are separate. So which means that so you can see that billing begins once the connection between AWS router and your router is established, or 90 days from the order, whichever comes first. So likewise, you have the option of creating this, and this will enable the direct connection. Direct connection is much more expensive than VPN itself, because it uses the private network to connect with it. So that is pretty much I want to show you on the demo side of things, so that you will get the gist of what we are actually doing over here. Thank you again for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.